Hey guys, welcome back to the Citystead. So I'm just out here sealing up my greenhouse a little bit, adding a little bit of insulation. Got these garage foam panels for the garage doors. Decided I'm going to try to put those on top of some of this R1 I've been putting in here. And I did like 2 layers of the R1 and then I'm doing a layer of this. So we're probably looking at about 1 inch thick of insulation in here. We'll see how it does. Well, since we're in Michigan, we're talking about the cold, I thought I would bring you number 4 in my series called the Heirloom Seed Company Spotlight. This company is also in Michigan, much like myself. I'm very excited to talk about this company because I really like some of what they're doing, and I think the approach that they're taking to seed and seed saving and seed selling is awesome, and I think it's something we all need to think a little bit more about. So let me tell you a little something about Nature and Nurture Seeds. Alright, so Nature and Nurture Seeds is located in Ann Arbor, Michigan. They are fellow Michiganders like myself, and one thing I thought was really cool about this company was that they actually grow 50% of the seeds that they sell on their 80-acre farm located here in Michigan. How cool is that? So they have a neat logo. It's called Seeds You Can Trust. And I feel like when you know that these people are growing 50% of the seeds that they have, that they're selling to you, you definitely know that you can trust them because these are seeds that they're growing themselves for the food that they're eating and to sell back to you. So not only are they selling a lot of these seeds that they're harvesting off of their own 80-acre farm, that 80-acre farm they have is certified organic. So you really know that you're getting a really good seed that's just been grown with a lot of love and care by these people. So their seeds are heirloom seeds, which are open pollinated. We've talked about it before. What it really means is that your seed is going to be true to type. If you grow a melon and you save that melon seed out of that melon that you eat, the next year that seed is going to grow the exact same flavor melon. So they also are non-GMO. You've heard my spiel about it. A lot of people will do it because everybody wants to see the non-GMO label on the seed packets. So I can't blame people for doing it because they know it's good for business, but it really doesn't mean a ton in the world of home buyers buying home seeds to use in their backyard gardens. Doesn't really matter, but they are non-GMO, so you can go ahead, and if you are comfortable and you feel like that's something you need, they have it for you. So something I haven't really talked about with some of these seed companies is where they're growing seeds. A lot of people know seed companies. Well, maybe you don't know. When they're larger like that, they have to source seeds, and they have to source them from wherever they can get them, right? So they might be getting seeds from Florida, you know, they might be getting them from Canada, they might be getting, who knows where they're really getting them from. One thing I like about Nature and Nurture Seeds is that they're very transparent about where they source all of their seeds. In fact, if you went to their website, there's a tab and they list all the companies that they source seeds from. And one really important thing is, and I think we're starting to see more and more of it, it's like a trend lately, and I know my friend Jen at Sunshine Farms, she will absolutely love this because she is also very adamant about regionally grown seeds. So what does regionally grown seeds mean? It means that all the seeds that they sell are adaptive to where they are from. So they're in Michigan, you're looking at a zone 5, zone 6, all the seeds that they carry are going to be adapted to those type of zones. So you're not going to buy a cucumber seed that's been grown in Texas, you know, zone 8, to grow up here in zone 5. All the companies they use are, you know, Oregon, Minnesota, Wisconsin, New York, all the area up here, Maine's another place they get some seeds from, and then all the stuff they of course grow right here in Michigan. And I think when you start getting into like what kind of seeds you want to have, regionally adapted and grown seeds are probably one of your best bets because you know that those seeds are viable and they grow in the climate that you're in. Now, no seed can be as regionally adapted as the seeds that you collect, but if you're already starting with something that's in your region and you plant it in a garden that's very similar in region and zone, when you go to harvest those seeds, they're going to be even more adapted to your specific microclimate. We are a 5B zone, but we also kind of reside in a 6A, so we're kind of like a little different than a bit of the area around us. But our seeds that we collect and harvest are going to be more adapted to that little weird microzone that we have, as opposed to if we were to go an hour north up there, whatever microzone they might have. Another cool thing is that they are members of the OSSI. If you're not familiar with the OSSI, I'll link down below what it is, but it's the Open Source Seed Initiative. And what it means is that it's just a group of people. They're seeking to maintain fair and open access to seeds. So they want to make sure that everybody can have access to all the seeds. They can harvest their own seeds and all that stuff. We're talking about not having corporations selling seeds and controlling the seed stock. They want it to be open for everyone, which as home gardeners and homesteaders and enthusiasts in growing our own food, we should all fully support that. I should never hear anybody say they're against it because it just doesn't make sense. We want to be able to harvest our own seeds. We don't ever want to have to rely on a company for controlling any kind of source of food seed for us. That is just where we get into sketchy bad situations. Alright, so I know what you guys are all thinking. You want to know if you can get your grubby little hands on a catalog. And I'm going to tell you, with these guys, you can. This is what it looks like. I got mine in the mail the other day. I'm going to tell you, I got it for market research. I'm putting together another video another day. I've already talked to it before. I'm not a huge fan of seed catalogs. I don't need it. There's websites, and websites are very interactive, very... I mean, they got all the information you need. There's nothing you're going to miss out by just having a catalog and not just going to the website. So I'm not like a huge advocate for the companies need to have catalogs, need to send them out. I need to have them all. But they do have a catalog. So if you want to get a catalog, you can get yourself a catalog. Alright, so let's talk about the website, because you guys all know I review the website on these, and I really like their website. I really dug one specific thing about it. If you go all the way over toward the top on the side, it says recipes, and I thought that was a really cool thing to have added to the website. And you hit that recipe, it drops down and it gives you different things. So if you're looking for a recipe with parsnips, you go down the list, find parsnips, and you can get a recipe with parsnips. That to me is very valuable to have on a website, because as you're growing things, you're going to want to be figuring out ways to cook them. Maybe you've never grown something before and now you have it. You're going to look through that website and you are going to find it. Another cool thing the website has is they actually broke down some specific regions that seeds came from. So they have seeds from Michigan, they have some seeds from Wisconsin, I think it was Ohio. So they got these different tabs for those. You can find those and find a very regional seed to you if you're in one of those states or just in our area. I thought that was really neat. The website just is, it's very fun. I go on websites and sometimes they're very minimal, and I really enjoy minimal, and I felt like this website had a little extra to it, and for some reason I really enjoyed when I was just cruising through the website, checking everything out. A lot of really good information on the different seeds, little stories about some of them. So I thought that was really cool, and I did enjoy reading some of the stuff, and just the recipe tab, like I said, was probably the biggest caveat to me. I just really thought that was a perfect touch to add to the website. So we're talking about price point of the seeds that they sell. You're looking at very similar to your Bakers Creek, your just normal seed prices. They're not super cheap like the MIgardener seeds are. You guys know that I use Bakers Creek and MIgardener as kind of my baseline, because those are the most popular companies that people are pushing out there. You know, other YouTubers, homesteaders that you see making videos. So I'm just trying to bring into light some other companies that maybe don't have as much of a reach, or maybe people haven't heard of, maybe I didn't really hear of until I started searching more seed companies, trying to find different places that might carry things that the big ones would sell out of. Bakers Creek and MIgardener has a lot of traffic. They sell out of seeds sometimes, and you have to try to source them from other places if you're looking for them, and this is what I'm trying to help you guys do, is find other sources to get those seeds that you really want. So let's talk about some of the seeds I got. And I tell you, I got some of these Michigan things because, well, for one, I had never heard of them before until I found this website, and it makes me really excited and very proud of the place I live and where I'm from. My first one I'm super excited about right here, guys. This is called the Detroit Early Tomato. Early tomato, you can guess, because it's going to ripen earlier on you, because we have a shorter season here in Detroit. This was very popular in the 50s and 60s. I think it was released in 1909 by the DM Ferry Company out of Detroit, Michigan. Wow! If you guys don't know anything about the DM Fairy Company, I will put a link down below. That is talking back to some huge history. You're probably familiar with the Fairy Company, but you might not be familiar with the you know, the DM Detroit Fairy Company. So very cool. I thought that was very awesome. I kind of like have a thing, you know, with Michigan history being from the area and stuff. So I thought that was neat to find that tomato. I was like, oh, cool. You know, like this is something they're trying to bring back. It hasn't really been grown a lot here in recent times. So that I thought was really neat. I also got this right here. It's called the Potawatomi lime bean. Potawatomi. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. It's a lima bean, guys, and it's a really cool looking lima bean. I just thought it was cool. I'd never ever seen that one. It was grown here in the state of Michigan, a very popular bean going a long ways back, a very long time ago. So I'm super excited to have these now because just seeing some of the history and knowing there is history behind something like this, you're holding right here in your hand a pack of seeds that have been passed down from generation to generation to generation to generation to generation. Very, very, very long time the seeds have been around. So very excited to have some of those myself. Okay, another thing I found that I'm really super pumped about. This is something that's perfect for urban homesteaders like myself. It is a melon that grows on a vine, and it's called the Emerald Gem Melon. So this melon was grown back in like 1886, super long time ago, but it's a climbing vine. It grows small, little yellowish fruit. They got like an orange flesh to them, so I guess kind of more like a cantaloupe type melon, but I'm really excited. These were grown in Michigan, pretty much one of the places that they're really kind of from, where they were, you know, harvested, and just they kept growing the genetics here in Michigan. So they're very, very good melons to grow for our climate and zone. So I'm really excited about having these. We really like our melons, but they're hard for us to grow being that we're in a small space. But they say that this vine is very prolific in producers. So if I plant a couple of these, we might actually have a lot of melons that we can have. So really, really excited about this melon. And just some of these seeds I'm really just beyond pumped about. One thing that they've been growing that I've been trying to grow myself is Good King Henry. And I'm really excited that I got these seeds from them, because I know that they're going to be in my zone, regionally adapted. So I know that these seeds are going to have a really good chance of growing for me. The previous seeds I've tried to grow of the Good King Henry have not done very well for me. They either come up and die, or they just never really germinate. So really, really excited about it, and looking forward to a lot of these new varieties that I got that I'm going to be growing from these guys. I was looking at the seed packets. They got really nice seed packets. A little bit of description on the front for you. They tell you when they were packed. So I know a lot of people will pack seeds and they forget when they did it or whatever. These guys tell you the year right on there when they were packed. No guessing. You know exactly when these things were packed and ready to go. And the back has very good growing instructions on it all the way down. Harvest, seed staving. So very cool that these are packed full of information. I do like you know, when you have that thing right on hand, you can look at and be able to get the information you need to know. So that's pretty cool. I like that, and I just in general like the seed pack aesthetic themselves. Alright guys, that is Nature and Nurture Seeds out of Ann Arbor, Michigan. Really happy to have a company like that in our state, close by, that I can actually, hopefully maybe one day I can go visit. Maybe they'll see this video and they'll invite me to their 80-acre farm and I can check it out and take you guys along and show you a really neat seed company that maybe you haven't heard of, that's in our in the same state as me, Michigan, and you know, in the northwest region. For a lot of people, I know a lot of people are up in this area that follow us. So really hope you guys go and find them, give them some love, buy some seeds from them, especially some of those native things that you maybe had never seen before. So yeah, long-winded. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. I've had some really good feedback so far, so I'm very excited to hear that, and I got a few more I'm going to be bringing you guys. So I hope you guys are sticking around. Hope these things are really fun and maybe informational, educational for you, but mostly fun. So as always, be bold, grow bold, and we will see you guys in the very next video. See ya.